As a door gunner on helicopters operating within a joint US and Australian unit, Private Patrick Halley found Vietnam challenging. He participated on many search and rescue, supply and medical missions during his time in Southeast Asia. Yet despite this service, it took 5 decades for Pat to be issued with his gunner's wings, because no one could find him. He finally reconnected with his former counterparts and the wings were awarded in 2024.
During February 1968, while on secondment to the 1st Contingent, he participated in aerial missions over hostile territory to support operations against communist aggression. During these flights, conducted by day and night in fair weather and foul, he displayed a high order of air discipline and acted in accordance with the best traditions of military service, in a role for which he volunteered to contribute to the accomplishment of the task mission in spite of the hazards inherent in repeated aerial flights over hostile territory. By his professional and devotion to duty, he has brought great credit upon himself, Australia and the Australian Army. Congratulations, Pat. Thank you. Alongside that, I'd like to award Pat his gunner's wings. Well done, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, after finding out that I was entitled to join these 135th in their assault company and awarded the wings and that, they did put on a big do for me, a big presentation for me up at Anglesey Barrage. Many thanks to the blokes that organised that. It went well and I went to the head, really. It sort of was outstanding, yeah.
The blokes flying the chopper and the maintenance officer on the other side, the pilots were only in their teens, and the other bloke, he was only young. I was the oldest one there and I was 21, so I thought, God, geez, you know. And these are only kids, but they knew how to do it. They knew what they were doing, yeah.
So we're talking about the set of wings here?
That's the wings, yeah. I'm entitled to wear them on whenever, same as the medals, just above the medals, they go.
And what does that symbolise?
This is the door gunners only, and the crew chief.
And so you're a door gunner on what type of aircraft?
On the Hueys, yeah. We had 2 door gunners, one on each side. The crew chief was on the other side, and he's the side with the propeller. So he was in charge of the chopper. That was his job. Whatever he said happened. And the other bloke on the other side, like myself, we was in charge of the M60s machine guns, and we had to keep them working all right. But the blokes that was before us, when they finished for the day, they used to go and wash them out in aviation fuel and just put them back on. He said, well, don't do that because the dust comes and blocks everything up. So just clean them and keep them going, which we did. But I had to make sure they were working and with the ammunition in them too, yeah. Well, actually, I went over as a reinforcement to the 6th Battalion, and when they went home, I had to go to the 2nd Battalion for the last 9 months, I suppose. And then the platoon commander came up and he said to me, I was getting towards the end of my tour, and he said, do you want to go on the choppers as a door gunner? And I said, oh yeah, that'd be a bit of fun, thinking, no, that'd be good just sitting there, you know, flying around. But when I got there, it was an entirely different thing. You're going early hours in the morning and late at night, you get back to wherever you are, you might stop there and they say, oh, go and clean your guns and all that. Well, you've done that first. And then you said, oh, go and get yourself we go and have a cold shower and a feed, and where it might be some American barracks, you'd go and have a sleep. All right, so you do that, you just jump on the bunk and away you go. Next morning they'll be, come on, time to go. Probably 4 o'clock in the morning, you're off again. We slept in the door gunner bay one night. Mainly it was resupplies, it was carrying troops around, it was taking hierarchy for different meetings, picking up wounded and killed in action fellas. Well, I never experienced any of that, but the other bloke I was with, he had to go, well, we took a lot of, I think the Americans out, and by the time the chopper got back, they had to go back and pick up killed in action blokes, yeah. I think we should have been trained a bit more as actually what to do in the choppers. They knew we could handle the guns, that wasn't a problem, but actually, you know, well, look here, watch out for trees and power lines and Viet Cong in the bush and these sort of things. None of that come into it. They said sometimes we'd go in for a land and And they'd say, we're going to let the troops off, so just brush the line, fire at the line, because the Vietcong are usually hiding in there, so that's we had our, must be yippee shoot really. The more rounds you could get out of that gun while you was landing, the better the gun was, or better you were. And in the end we had it down to a fine art, we can just let them go, yeah. One of the things, Phil, was when I got back, we found that noise was a big issue. We could be walking around and have a car backfire or something go bang and we'd be flat on the ground. It took a while to get over that, yeah. And the other thing is, I did get depressed a lot. And I went down to see the counselling service, and I seen Joan, I can't think of her name. But anyway, she said, well, there's nothing going on yet. This is back in the early 70s, you see. And I thought, oh, well, I'll just take it on the shoulder and go from there, yeah.